Our final segment this morning with Josh Horn. Still time to call in if you want questions, as you see on the screen there, about Social Security. Back on the horn for you is Debbie. Debbie, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Deb. How can we help you?
Okay, I have a couple of questions, if I could, please.
Sure.
The first one is, people like me, I worked 30 years at one plant, and then you got people that get SSI, you get people like me that get Social Security disability. And they take out of my check money for my insurance, and these other people that get the SSI have nothing took out of their check, and they get better insurance and benefits than I do.
Well, no, that's not true. One, they're not working if they're on SSI, and two, they're not getting better benefits than you. SSI, you're basically poverty line or worse.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, you paid into it. You're right. You paid in and they didn't. But that's because, fortunately, you were able to hold a job. Look, this is what you should be saying, but I've learned from you. You paid in, which is great for you, and hopefully you're getting more of a benefit. But don't for an instant think these people on SSI are getting a free ride. They're worse off than you are.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but like, if they go to the doctor, they don't have to pay. Like, if I go to a doctor, I have to pay.
Okay, I don't know what kind of...
Well, they get 10 care. So if you're actively drawing SSI benefits, which is the needs-based program where you don't have basically any other kind of income or resources, then you do qualify for 10 care. That's under the state of Tennessee rules. Now, if you're getting Social Security disability, you get Medicare after 2 years.
Okay.
So I mean that's the.
Now, did they continue taking that out of my check, or after so many years will it stop coming out of my check?
Well, what's coming out? I mean, you're paying Social Security and Medicare taxes. I mean, just like anybody who's working is paying those. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm not working. I get Social Security disability.
Oh, okay. And you're wondering if you're paying for your Medicare.
So your Medicare part, if
I do pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're drawing Social Security disability, your Medicare Part A is free. Your Medicare Part B, which is your doctor's insurance, that's about this year it's $134 per month.
That's correct.
Yeah, all right. And then there's the prescription drug plan if you're paying for one of those, and you are correct that you are paying out for that. Now, depending on how much your income is, you can apply for the state to pay for your Medicare premiums, and they've got income thresholds and things like that. And we have some folks who are making just a little bit too much for any SSI. They're drawing disability, Social Security disability, and it's a little bit more than SSI, but it's not very much at all. And they apply through the state of Tennessee for it's called the Medicare. I'm drawing a blank here, but basically it's a program where the state pays for your Medicare premiums, and so qualified Medicare beneficiary, that's what it's called. So you can call the state and apply for that if you feel like you might qualify.
Okay, and then the other question is, okay, if I feel like that I could work part-time, if mine was a cancer situation, will that cut my Social Security disability out, or can I work so many hours a month?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we want to encourage. Yeah, we want to encourage folks to try to go back to work.
Sure.
And in fact, we have some programs that are designed to help you go back to work. The first one's called the trial work period, and that's 9 months where you can make as much as you want to, and it's not going to affect your benefits at all. And so you can do that. You can try. You might work for 3 months. That didn't work out. Try another 2 months. That didn't work out. And then you might find something later on. After those 9 trial work months, and it doesn't have to be consecutive either. It's just here and there. But after you use up your 9 months, then we have the extended period of eligibility, which is kind of a 36-month, 3-year period where if you make over the substantial gainful activity amount, we won't pay you, but if you're under that amount, we will pay you. And that amount this year is, where is it at? My cheat sheet here. It's about $1,100, something like that.
So $1,100 a month?
Yeah. So if you're underneath that, then you can keep working. But if you go over that amount, then we'll hold your benefits. Now, after that 36 months, if you go over that amount, then we're going to stop your benefits altogether. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
Good for you. Give it a shot. I mean, she's thinking about doing a part-time job, and that gives her freedom, at least for the next 9 months, to give it a shot. Does she need to call and alert you to the fact you're doing that?
Make sure let us know so we can track that. We can put it down. We don't want anybody getting overpaid because, again, especially when you get into that 36-month period, you might be going back and forth with whether you're getting paid or not getting paid, and so the more up-to-date you keep us, the less likely you are to get overpaid.
Oh, good. I hope she gives it a try, and she should do so without worrying about losing her benefit initially. So that's great. Let's go to Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Well, I've got several questions, and I want to apologize in advance. I tuned in late, so my questions may have already been answered, and I just didn't hear them. But my first question is, if I'm getting widow's benefits, spousal benefits, so if I marry again, will I lose those benefits?
If you marry after the age of 60, you will keep those benefits, or you can keep those benefits, but if you get married before age 60, then you'll lose those.
Okay. All right. Now, my next, thank you. Now, my next question is, I am receiving my benefits, my widow's benefits, and I took out, last year was my first year, and as I was 60 last year, and so I took out $50,000 out of my retirement because I stopped working. So I took $50,000 out of my retirement. Now, will I be required to pay income taxes on the widow's benefits? Yeah, the Social Security that I received because of my dead spouse.
If that $50,000 is counted towards your combined adjusted gross income, then the answer would be yes. You'll have to pay some taxes on your Social Security benefits.
Because the benefits that I took was from my 403B. I didn't work, but I took them from my 403B that I had not paid income tax on. Because with 403Bs, they don't take it out until later when you get the money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how that, because I'm not an accountant, I'm not IRS, but so I'm not sure exactly how that hits your tax forms, to be honest. So I mean, if it's counted in your adjusted gross income, because our short answer is, if your adjusted gross income, if you're filing jointly married, filing jointly.
Oh no, it's just me. I'm just filing me.
Okay, if you're just filing single and your adjusted gross income is more than $25,000, then you'll have to pay at least some taxes on your Social Security benefits.
So the $50,000 would be considered as income then.
Well, that's the question, because I'm not an accountant, or I don't know how that's going to hit your...
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my next question is, in the future, I plan to be a licensed contractor and build houses on properties that I own. Will I be required to pay Social Security? Will I lose my Social Security on that, with doing that? If I build houses as a licensed contractor and get money for that, will I lose my Social Security? I know I was told that if I was a real estate agent, I would have to pay back a certain amount if I made over a certain amount, but I didn't know if I actually sold a house that I built on my property.
Well, are you drawing Social Security right now?
How old are you?
Yeah.
I'm only 61. I'm almost 62, but I'm not receiving my Social Security. I'm receiving spousal widow benefits. Is what I'm receiving.
And anybody
about 30 seconds.
Yeah, and if you're under 62, your full retirement age is about 66 and 2 months. If you're under that full retirement age amount, you're subject to the annual earnings test, and so you would have to pay, if you're making more than about $16,000, you may have to pay. We may have to hold some money back. Okay.
Yeah, and again, when you start drawing your full Social Security retirement, you can earn as much as you want.
Yeah, after 66 and 2 months, you can make as much as you want.
Yeah, you're going to pay taxes on that, but you're going to be able to draw it. I mean, that's your money once you're full retirement age. You can work as much as you'd like, and if you earn more while you're still working at that point, your actual benefit could bump up if you're making more than you did when you first started. And most of us, when we take our first job, like I said, we talked about this before, when you look back at your earning records, you're like, gosh, I make that back then. All right. Josh, listen, thank you for coming on. As always, a pleasure, my friend. We'll see you again in a few weeks.
We'll do it.
And when we come back from the break, I'll have the number up on how you can contact the IRS as well, but it's always best to join us here on Morning Line. We'll see you soon. We'll be right back.